Hey guys, I'm out here doing another Gimme 40 session with you guys. I'm just out for a little walk, and it's actually the first time I've been out in a couple weeks because I rolled my ankle. I was messing around, fooling around, trying to have some fun, and then that happened. So kind of slowed down my progress, but I'm happy to be out, and I just wanted to share a thought with you while I'm out here. It's all connected to the Gimme 40 focused areas of productivity, focused areas focusing on faith, family, all of those things. And it's a little thought that came from John chapter 2, and I'm just going to read just a few verses of it. John chapter 2, picking up at verse 5. This is a time where Jesus attended a wedding and ended up performing a miracle that he was not scheduled to perform. John chapter 2, verse 5, when it became clear that there was no wine left for celebration at the wedding, no good wine left, the matter was brought to Jesus' mother, and Jesus had told his mother, "I'm not ready to do this yet. My time has not yet come. What do I have to do with this situation?" And then she, perhaps sensing that something special was about to happen, she said to the servants who were serving the wine, she said, "Whatever he asks you to do, or whatever he says to you to do, do it. Whatever he says to you to do it." Verse 6 says that there were 6 water pots of stone standing there, as the Jewish custom of purification was, and each would hold 20 to 30 gallons apiece. And Jesus said to them, "Fill the water pots with water." And so they filled them up to the brim. And this is the key here, verse 8. Then he said to them, "Draw some out now and take it to the manager of the feast, to the one presiding over the banquet." And so they took him some. Verse 9, and when the manager tasted the water, just now turned into wine, not knowing where it came from, though the servants who had drawn the water knew, he called the bridegroom. We know the rest of the story. He basically announced that Jesus had provided the best wine that they all had the entire night, and he waited until the end of the feast to bring out the best wine. Now, what does this have to do with Gimme 40? Well, picture the water pots as your jars of inspiration, your jars of ideas, your jars of dreams. And for most of us, it's not that we have a shortage of ideas. We don't have a shortage of inspiration. For some of us who struggle in the areas of productivity, it's that we haven't taken the time to do what Jesus said to do next, and that was to draw from the water pot. Now, there's an important thing to note. Obedience. When Mary said to the servants, "Whatever he says to you, do it. Or whatever he tells you to do it." It's a huge lesson on obedience, in that we can't just function off of ideas. You can't just function off of inspiration. You have to function off of obedience. So the question therefore lies, what is God telling you to do? If you're like me, he's been telling you a lot, okay? And you go into your vision board mode and you write it all down, and you document it, and you come up with a plan. Now it's the execution point. You now have to draw from that water pot, okay? It's wonderful that we've filled these jars with water. We filled them with dreams. We filled them with ideas. We filled them with so much. Now it's time to draw it out. And as you draw it out, the miracle starts to happen. Some of us want the miracle to happen while that water is still in the pot, okay? According to the scripture that I just read, it didn't turn into wine while it was in the pot. It turned into wine when it was drawn out. And that was the point of the miracle. You're now using what has been stored up in that water pot. That's where the miracle happens. That's where God actually steps in with an action of faith. Faith. Peter could not have walked on water unless Jesus had said the word come. And it was that word come that allowed Peter to step out on that word. And that initial step released the miracle for him to be suspended on water, walking towards Jesus. Miracles always happen as a result of an action of faith. An action of faith is only faith if it's an action of obedience. So what are you hearing? And what are you doing? And what are you drawing out? All right, so this is just a motivational piece. It really blessed me. It ministered to me. I was not expecting it. And I thought I would share it with you guys. So in your areas of productivity, in your areas of ministry, whatever it is that you're doing, business, what is God telling you? And have you drawn it all out yet? Because I believe something special is about to happen. God bless you guys. Love you guys. And keep praying for me. I'm still on my journey, as I'm sure you are on yours. Leave me some comments. All right, let's talk. Take care.